All right, welcome graduates. We're going to do a quick introduction, and I want each one of you to please stand, come forward and stand, and we will start with Malia Cleckley. She's graduating from kindergarten. Thank you, Malia. Next, we have Michael Hanna, Jr. Then we have Miss Stania. These are our kindergartners, so let's give them a round of applause. We have one graduate that is out of town, and that's Mr. Slade Ralph. So we finally have Slade, he's not here. And we have our 8th graders. We have Miss Asia Bridget. And we have Mr. Gene St. Louis. Come on. Now, our actual program is not going to be as long as it usually is because I'm going to give more time to the students today. So we're going to go through our graduation ceremonies quickly, and the students are going to perform, and they are going to have a book signing tonight. Your students have written a book. It's called The Book of Colors. And a little later in the program, they're going to share some of their writing with you, which is really beautiful. I'm so proud of them. So right now, we will hear our graduation speech from Miss Asia Bridget.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Asia Bridget, and I am the class of 2014. I have attended New Innovations for 6 years now. New Innovations has made me a better writer and also improved my vocabulary. Ms. Marcus helped me be the brightest student I can be. Throughout the years, I have developed a kinship with my fellow classmates. I aspire to be a pediatrician or an OBGYN when I grow up. As of this day, adios escuela primaria y hola escuela secundaria. In other words, bye-bye middle school, hello high.
I must tell you that Asia, even though she's a little nervous here, Asia is quite a speaker. We have a radio show that is called Teens and Tweens Talk About Things. We started our radio show last year, and we have over 300 regular followers. I think that's fantastic, and Asia is one of our anchors that comes and introduces the show. She helps other students. She does a fantastic job. So I want to make sure we have everyone up front, all of our students that are here. I'm so glad to see you. And we are going to go right into our presentation of awards. So I want to start with our kindergarten students. We want to bring up Miss Malia Cleckley. Malia is 5 years old and extremely bright. Everything you give Malia, before you know it, she knows the answer. She's speaking in Spanish, and she leads out in the class, even with students that are older than she is. She is fantastic. You're going to see a little bit more from her, but it has been a privilege, an honor, and a pleasure to work with all of our students. and you should be very proud of yourself, Malia. I am very proud of you. Our next graduate is Mr. Michael Hanna. Mikey is intelligent, he's energetic, and Mikey is going to grow up and be a CEO.
All right.
You can see some right from the beginning. He has that drive, he has that strong personality that is going to take you far in life. So I'm so proud of you, Mikey. You're very intelligent, all of the students. When I tell you all of our kindergarten graduates today are working in the 2nd grade math book. Many of them are in either the 1st or 2nd grade reading book. No one is just on level. They're all above level, and I'm so proud of all of them. I love all of you. Our next graduate is Miss Stanya Jinja. Stanya's certificate must be in the back. I thought everything was here. I'm so sorry, Stanya. I will give you yours in a minute, but let me give you your medallion. Everything was laid out. Stanya, the only word I can say, Stanya started early, right before she turned 5. People stopped. Thank you. Thank you, Stanya. You can take your picture. The way they describe Stanya and her brothers. They walk up, they talk to their neighbors and hold conversations in Spanish. She's 5 years old, and as I've told you, all of the children are ahead. But Stanya came in early, and she just went straight to the top. I mean, fantastic. Her parents can tell you, if you ask them afterward, how people react to Stanya. She's so small and just so intelligent that she holds these long conversations with advanced vocabulary words. It is fantastic. So I'm so proud of you, Stanya. As I mentioned before, Slade is not here, and now we will move right on to our 8th grade students. So first we have Miss Asia Bridget. The students, especially if they've been here for a while, they really have an advantage because, as the students will tell you, I really push. Sometimes they think it's too much, but as a result, they get far ahead. Asia is fully working on a high school level. I just can't even tell you, she helps other students. She's a leader. She leads out in academic music. She knows, these kids, you can just say, tell me the respiratory system, tell me the circulatory system, tell me all the bones in your body. Asia can just pop them off just like this. She knows all of it. She's not the only one, but she is a class leader. So I'm really proud of you. You have done so well, and we're going to push even harder because she's going to graduate 2 years early. And our last student is Mr. Gene St. Louis. Gene and Rose recently joined us at the beginning of the year, and we are so happy that you are here. Once again, I know, they talk about me a little bit, oh, she wants too much, it's too much work, it's too much homework. But guess what? You're rising to the occasion. You're learning everything you need to learn. I'm very proud of you. And what a respectful and nice young man. And that is something in this world today to be able to say that his parents should be proud. graduates. As I said, the curriculum is rigorous, but there are some students this year that have just really gone above and beyond. Now, this is our honor roll. Many of the students that won't receive this recognition are fully a grade or 2 grade levels ahead. But these students have maintained that with just about straight A's. So I must, I had to do something a little extra, and I just want to acknowledge them. So when I call your name, please come up for your certificate. Mr. Nebron Burke. Nebron is not only a fantastic student and writer, and you'll be able to see that later, but he is a talented artist. We had 2 of our students to illustrate the front of their book, and Nebron was one of the artists. So we just want to acknowledge you, Nebron. Our next student that we'd like to acknowledge is Miss Mariah Dixon. Let me tell you something, Mariah and Maya, fantastic. Absolutely, just everything is always in, it's neat, it's on time. They're easy to deal with. They are just the sweetest young ladies, and I'm so proud of you and your academic achievement. Our next student is Miss Maya Dixon. Wonderful student, conscientious. What can I say, Maya? Fantastic job. You and Mariah have done wonderfully this year. Next, we have Mr. Alonzo Granger. Alonzo has kind of been with us. He's been in aftercare, and he moved over this year full time. And after, a couple of complaints, bam, he just went right up. The Greek and Latin, everything that people find so difficult, you just flow right through it, and I'm very proud of you. Good job. Miss Hillary Gray. Wonderful student, always has her stuff in, always ready to learn, and I'm so happy to have you, Hillary. Great job. Miss Judith Gray. I have to brag on Judith. Truly, and I love all of my students equally. Truly, I do. This is a dream student. This young lady can sit and just write perfect Algebra 2 equations. I mean, everything down to the T. It's neat, it's beautiful, and she has a wonderful personality, and I'm so proud to have you here. She will be graduating from high school early. Congratulations, Judah. Mr. Nardin Jean-Jacques. Nardin is with the older students so much with academics that people actually thought he was older. Nardin is in the 1st grade, and he has already finished the 3rd grade math book. Absolutely fantastic, and I think if we're not too shy, you and your sister are going to share some Spanish with us tonight? Yes? All right, fantastic job. Last but not least, we have Miss Stania Jean-Jacques. She came right in and followed her brother. And Stania, once again, like 2 grade levels ahead in everything. She is the youngest student. I have levels of vocabulary, the word song 1 is the word song 2, the word song advanced. She is the youngest student to complete the word song 1. She's completed all of her Dolch sight words, and she's 5 years old. All right, so we are so proud of you. Once again, all of our students are doing well. All of them are working ahead, and I'm so proud of them. But I had to acknowledge just that extraordinary, consistently making 95s, 100s, just fantastic. So now we're going to break up the performances a little bit, and we are going to start with our elementary students. So we'd like for our elementary students to come forward. And I would like to introduce you to the 2 people that work with our elementary students in addition to myself, and at the end I'll introduce you to everyone that works with our students. But this is Miss Ashton Johnson. She is fantastic. She is a natural teacher. I know that's not your major, but she's a natural teacher, and she does so well. The children respect her. She's loving, she's kind. She doesn't mind working with them and getting a little dirty with the glue and all of that. Very creative, and she's an artist herself. So I just want to say thank you so much, Miss Ashton. I could not do it without you. And this is my son, former New Innovation student. He's now in college, but he also, on a daily basis, works with our elementary students. And I love you, and I'm proud of you for what you do. Because it's not, believe me, it's not always easy. It is not always easy, especially when you're trying to get them to learn something and get it done together. So they are a little bit nervous, but they know this, they do it, they can do it, and I'm so proud of each and every one of you. So they are going to get them lined up, and they are going to share some of their Spanish with you today.
And I'm in kindergarten. My name is Michael Hannah and I'm in kindergarten. My name is Daniel Jean Jack and I'm in kindergarten. My name is Kumar Ray and I am in first grade. My name is Nagin Jean Jack and I'm in first grade. My name is Tracy Clark and I'm in the second grade. My name is Jesse Counts, I'm in third grade. My name is Matthew Michael, I'm in the second grade. My name is Jose James, I'm in the third grade. My name is Brevin White, I'm in the fifth grade.
All right.
And we are going to present the colors in Spanish. Rojo, red, amarillo, yellow, rosado, pink, verde, green, dorado, purple, anaranjado, naranja, orange, azul, blue, yellow, black, blanco, white, gris, gray, pardo, marron, café, brown.
And now we're going to do the days of the week in Spanish. Domingo, Sunday, lunes, Monday, martes, Tuesday, miércoles, Wednesday, jueves, Thursday, viernes, Friday, the months of the year in Spanish. Enero, January, Febrero, February, Marzo, March, Abril, April, Mayo, May, Julio, June, Julio, July, Agosto, August, September, October, June, November, December. And finally, we are going to present the numbers 1 through 100 in Spanish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90,
Great job, guys. Now, I must tell you, we just decided to give a little bit of what they can do, so we decided on Spanish this year, but these students know all types of information, and I'm sure afterward they would be glad to share some of it with you. At this point in time, we also had some students that were with us part of the year, they were online part of the year, but they still did a fantastic job. And Maya and Mariah read Hamlet.
All right.
Not only did they read Hamlet, but they learned a monologue from Hamlet that many of us, me included, I didn't learn until I was in high school. So they are going to share with you.
To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing, end them, to die, to sleep, no more.
And to say we end the heartache and the thousand natural shocks that flesh is heir to. 'Tis a consummation devoutly to be wished, to die, to sleep perchance to dream. Aye, there's the rub, for in that sleep of death what dreams may come.
When we have shuffled off this mortal coil, must give us pause. There's the respect that makes calamity a so long life.
Wow.
Excellent job, girls. Fantastic. At this point in time, some of the students will come forward with some of you that have written and you enjoyed what you wrote. I want you to be comfortable. Make sure you come on up. I'm going to call you by, first of all, anyone in elementary school that wanted to do it. I know that Mariah, was there anyone else that you feel comfortable? Mariah, come forward. Let them know what grade you're in. Oh, okay. So we are going to have to get Maurice. When you gathered the things to be displayed, her writing was a part of that. So if you could get her writing. Maya and Mariah's writing. Is that it? Yes, so what we're going to do while we gather, is that it? Okay, so we're going to gather their writing. We'll start with Mariah. And those of you that feel comfortable and want to come up, I will get one of the books for you to read.
My name is Mariah Dixon and I'm in the 5th grade. We did something on the Holocaust, and this was my Holocaust overview of my experience if I was a part of it. When we arrived at the train station, there was so much commotion and confused expressions on children's faces as they boarded the train.
They had no clue that they were on their way to England and would never see their mom nor their dad ever again. As for me, I was old enough to understand. It was a devastating and mournful time. I said my goodbyes and boarded the train. When the train began to move, I peeked out the window and watched as my dad comforted my mother as she had a total burst of mixed emotions. She knew it was the best for me. When I could not see my parents anymore, I found a seat and cried. I thought about all of the thrilling times and memories that was all thrown down the drain. After several days, we finally reached England. When we arrived, all of the arranged families were there to pick us up. When they called my name, a young man and woman stepped forward to receive me. They reminded me so much of my biological parents. When we got to their house, it was decorated just like mine back in Germany. They showed me to my new room and left me alone. The next time I saw them was when they came to alert me that dinner was ready. I felt welcomed and safe there. After dinner, my new dad took me outside to jump on the trampoline. That night, after my shower, I recited all of the promises God gave me. When I was too tired to think anymore, I rested my head on my soft pillow and fell fast asleep.
All right. Thank you. Excellent job, Mariah. Maya is going to retrieve hers, and while she does, do we have any other sixth graders? All right, seventh grade. Nebron, come forward. Nebron, I have one for you.
Okay, now I'm going to read a poem in my section of the book called Green Eggs. Green, a color smooth and lean, wet grass too full to grow moss, mossy rocks next to water. The beauty of green, the beauty of green. Leaves from ground to sky, to the eye, very calm, not mean, natural beauty, on the ground it lies. The beauty of green, the beauty of green. The roots are not always seen. A field of grass where animals sleep. The meadow where the deer sleep, not weep. The beauty of green, the beauty of green. A vine, sloth calls home. A green sparkling eyes with a few so keen. God's creation meant to roam. A beauty of green, the beauty of green.
Maya, are you ready? Okay, while Maya's getting ready, do we have any eighth graders that would like to read? Okay, high school. Come forward, Hillary.
This poem's named Red. Love, anger, emotions easily spread. Love so strong that blood was shed. Anger so consuming, a man lying dead. It's the color of vengeance, once sweet, now bitter. The color of roses that will one day wither. A scarlet letter, a symbol of hate, of love you had and lost too late. My blood boiling to temperatures undefined. Should I keep my mouth shut, or should I cross the line? Perilous thoughts that fill my head, a smile that's grim, wishing a man dead. Love conquers all, not easily explained, but like the color of blood, it leaves a stain. Holocaust. child at the age of 15, her heart she left behind. A cherishing father, a loving mother, she questions their love and mind. How could they leave me in such, how could they think of such a plan to send me far away? Did they not love me? Was I so terrible, so bad I could not stay? Fear, anger, hatred, depression, confusion filled her head. The storm that stirred inside of her, not a word was uttered or said. But still she could hear a faint voice. We love you, we'll see you again. The words that gave her a brand new hope. It was her beginning, not her end.
Red. Red is the forever happiness in her heart after receiving a box of chocolates. Red is the bouquet of fresh plush roses, its petals so delicate, its colors so vibrant. Red is the expensive, sparkly diamond ring. Red is his silk words enveloping her heart with care. Red is the scent in the air, indicating Valentine's is near. Red is love.
If I was sent away. As I sat at the train station, looking into my mom's light brown eyes fill up with water, as tears roll down her face like a river, my young mind wondering what's going on. My mom grabs me and kisses me on my head, saying, "Daughter, I love you so much, but I must let you go. Now so you may survive." I go on the train looking at my mother. I tell her one last "I love you." As I look out my window, my eyes hurt from crying. As hard as it is to stay strong, but only God knows I'm trying. But my heart is filled with fear, but my mind is filled with surviving. As my mother's last "I love" is ringing through my ears, it's time to survive, so show no fear.
Red. Deep is the anger that boils underneath the surface of my skin. Within my heart resides the source of all the pain. The anger that was pent up inside me so long ago was a volcano in slumber, patiently waiting for a chance to rise. As the earth is my core, the weight is no more. Beware the people of earth. The end has come.
Fantastic job. Do any of our other students, does anyone else? Rose, Corinne? No? Okay, some of them are a little shy. I mentioned specifically Rose and Corinne because they have written some very powerful pieces that I had hoped that they would share, but that's okay. So the students have done a great job. I just want to tell you a little bit about the Book of Colors. In trying to teach imagery and description and teaching the students to be really excellent writers, we would have sensory experiences. So they may walk in the classroom and I may have a drum with thunder and the lights might flicker, or I might blow bubbles and they can feel the rain. And from that sensory experience, I'll give the students 5 minutes or 10 minutes and they have to write. So within those few minutes, you hear what they are able to come up with. Excellent writers, excellent students. I'm so proud of all of you. All right. We are going to have our slideshow presentation. So we're getting ready to have our slideshow presentation. Those of you, our New Innovation Steppers, are going to leave and change. And we'll start our slide presentation. Immediately after the presentation, we'll have the steppers. I will give some remarks, and the students will do a book signing, and I'll tell you about that. Are we ready? All right. And I guess I should narrate. That was, we had a Black History Day, and they dressed up as different Black history icons. Okay? And I must say, when you look at LeBron especially, doesn't he look like Benjamin Carson? Yeah. He really does. Different activities that they do are elementary students. We teach through a lot of hands-on approaches. You see our astronauts there and our businesswomen and Bessie Coleman. I thought she really looked like her also. Judith did. But we do a lot of hands-on activities. This is when they did a special activity at the public library for us. I don't see Dr. Hunter, but she was going to come tonight. But because we do so much research, they have the new 3D printers, and they went and they explained everything and showed the students how it worked. And it was a great little field trip. This is our radio show, Teens and Tweens Talk About Things, and you see two of our main anchors. You have Corinne Woodard and Asia Bridget. They are our main anchors that come on and introduce everyone. We have Aaliyah here, and I'm trying to remember exactly what we were doing on this day. Was that Cinco de Mayo? Yeah. Okay, we celebrate Cinco de Mayo, and they did a little fashion show. Some of them, and I believe he was representing Peru with this one, but unfortunately some of our pictures are cut out. We have a really good time. We had a fiesta. And the students came, they posed, many of them dressed up.
That's not me.
Corinne was our Mexican señorita. As was Hillary, and they came in their dresses. We spoke Spanish, we ate Spanish food. Gene was nice and bright in his yellow. And Mikey did a little step for us. Now these are some of the hands-on activities. I believe in projects. The students learn through projects. Our older students have some really serious big projects. And every week our elementary students do hands-on projects. They learn the concepts, and Ms. Ashton leads out with all kinds of wonderful, creative ideas, having them, and you'll see when we finish some of their hands-on, a few of the things here. Justin's holding up some of the things that he did. And that is Slade, that's one of our kindergartners that couldn't make it tonight. And there's Miss Ashton, wave your hand, Miss Ashton. All right, that's Matthew holding up some of his work. And I want you to see this. This is the Book of Colors. This is the book that they have on sale tonight that the students wrote. And in the upper corner, you'll see Rose St. Louis illustrated that. And they didn't look at anything. They didn't trace anything. But we have some real artists in the class. So Rose illustrated where it says the Book of Colors on top. And Nebron, wave your hand, Nebron, illustrated on the bottom with the hand holding the pencil. So the students did everything for their book. They illustrated it, they wrote everything, and many people asked about the kindergartners. They're like, the kindergartners wrote that? but the way that we do with kindergartners, we'll have a color, and then we ask them who, what, when, where, why, and how questions. So we'll say, well, the color is blue. Well, what do you see? You know, how does it look? What's going on? When did it happen? And they'll tell you, and that's what we got. So they are really thoughts from your children. We did not give them their words. So if our steppers are ready, and if we can have the lights back up. The young ladies have worked very hard. So we want to be very supportive of them. The New Innovations Steppers.
Let's go, girl. Let's get it. New innovations.
We're going to go ahead and end, but before we do, and we're going to have our book signing, let me just tell you about the books. The books, it's called The Book of Colors, and the students picked 5 of their favorite colors or 5 of their favorite writings to place inside of the book. So their pictures are there, and from kindergarten all the way up through high school, they've written and done a wonderful job, and I'm so proud of them. And one of the reasons that we're doing this, in December, we are going to take a trip to Nassau, Bahamas. So every student, you know, this is one way that we decided to do a fundraiser. So they're learning at the same time, and every book that's sold, we're going to mark it down. You know, whoever the student is, they will receive money from the sale of the book. So we plan on going to the Bahamas in December, and hopefully in June next year, we will also go to New York City. So we're looking for some other ways to raise money, but we're definitely looking at December for the Bahamas. Okay? I can't read lips, so you can send somebody up here to tell me. But in the meantime, before we go on, do we have everyone for Julius Caesar? I know that our steppers went out. We're going to give them just a minute. So what we'll do, I'll do the remarks, and then it'll give our steppers enough time to come back out so that they will present. The last presentation will be Julius Caesar. But I must at this time honor some very special people. All of our parents and our supporters are special people. We love you. We appreciate you. We thank you for trusting us with your children. It has been an honor and a pleasure to work with them. But I also want to honor some other people. If Miss Ashton didn't leave, when I call your name, I'd just like for you to come forward. Miss Ashton Johnson. She works with us every day. She's patient, she's kind, she's wonderful. And we also want to honor Mrs. Artis Wells. She does our intensive language arts with us. And we are so happy and so thankful that you're with us, every day. I could not do it by myself. We also want to honor Mr. and Mrs. Beaudry, Mr. Richard Beaudry and Mrs. Angela Beaudry, and I'd like for you two to come up. We have also had a parent that has been there, and she helps. Even today she was helping, and we are so thankful and grateful for you. Mrs. Jean-Jacques, if you would come up and join us. We have another person that works on a regular basis with our students, but she wasn't able to be here tonight, Dr. Rebecca Israel. But I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I love all of you. I appreciate the way you work with our children. They go above and beyond. And I'm just so thankful to all of you. And so thank you so much. I appreciate you. And I want to ask Mr. and Mrs. Beaudry if you would stay, because I have some special gifts for them. Mr. and Mrs. Beaudry have been volunteering for the last several years. I couldn't afford to pay them. They came, they've helped our children, they've even purchased gifts for them, they've given and gone above and beyond. And I just want to say thank you so much. Words can't even express how thankful I am to the two of you. And they could not get it's being engraved. They couldn't get it here in time, but we purchased clocks for you. And I will give you the engraved pieces later on. So Mr. and Mrs. Beaudry, just thank you so much. And if our steppers are back, the last performance of the night, we also read Julius Caesar. So I want to ask all of my secondary students to come forward. And you know the positions that you're in. So I want you to come forward.
Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him. The evil that men do is after them. The good is often turned in their minds. So let it be with Caesar. The noble Brutus has told you that Caesar was ambitious. If it were so, it was a grievous fault. And grievously has Caesar answered it.
Here, under the leave of Brutus and the rest, for Brutus is an honorable man, so are they all honorable men.
Come, I, the speaking again, Caesar's funeral, he was my friend, faithful and just to me.
But Brutus said he was ambitious, and he's an honorable man. He hath brought many captives home to Rome, whose general did the coffers fill.
Did this in Caesar seem ambitious? When the poor had cried, Caesar had wept. Ambitious should be made of stern stuff.
Yet Brutus says he's ambitious and Brutus is an honorable man.
You all did see him on the Lupercal. I thrice presented him a kingly crown, which he did thrice refuse. Was this ambition?
Yeah, Brutus says he was ambitious, and sure, he's an honorable man.
I come not to disprove what Buddha said, but here I am to speak what I do know.
You all did love him once, not without cause. What cause holds you then to mourn for him? Oh, judgment, thou art fled to Brutus' beast, and men have lost the reason.
Bear with me, as my heart is in the coffin with Caesar, and I must pause till it come back to me.
You did a wonderful job. Now, our students that have written the Book of Colors, we would love for you to support us in our quest to go to Nassau. We want to go to Nassau, Bahamas. I'm going to ask all of the students to come over. They are doing a book signing. So all of the students, I want you to go over. We may have to add a few chairs. We also have, some of you may want to look at some of the work that they've done. We weren't able to bring all of that much, but there's some here with work that the students have done. And if you have questions, please feel free to ask. So our students will do their book signing. And please support us by purchasing the Book of Colors. So we will have either Miss Ashton or Miss Woodard. No. I need one of you to mark down when the students purchase. When you purchase for a student, they get the credit. They get credit toward their trip. And I also want to say, because Miss Woodard is here, she's not with us anymore, but she worked with us for several years. Miss Woodard, raise your hand. And I want to say thank you for all of your hard work. And I also want to thank Colby, who helps us and works with us during the summer, and my husband, Roland, who helps me with everything, building things at night, and my father, who's been there and who's helped us and taught students golf. So thank you so much, and at this time, you can look at some of the things that students have done and do the book signing. Now, also, for those of you that are interested in eating with us, we will be going to Outback Steakhouse off Linton Boulevard. They're expecting us, so we would love for you to join us for dinner afterward. Thank you for coming. And if we can just pause, for 1 second. Pause for 1 second. I just want us to close in prayer, because even though you'll be doing the book signing, we won't be up here anymore. So let's just bow our heads. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for these wonderful children. Thank you for their families and their loved ones, and thank you for the opportunity to lead and to guide. Lord, please give us traveling mercies and allow us to meet together once again. In the name of Jesus we pray, amen. Amen. Okay.